Let's turn now to John Dickerson, our chief Washington correspondent and anchor of Face the Nation. John, just an extraordinary day, and I was particularly struck by the fact that the president was carrying his Saturday speech in his pocket, which suggested that he had something he wanted to say today.
Yes, he was in the middle of making continuing an argument. He seemed more interested in assigning blame in his remarks to those on the left and ensuring that there was this equivalent understanding of what took place than he was interested in showing moral disgust that a president should show towards neo-Nazi protesters who represent beliefs that are entirely at odds with the United States, the country that he is the leader of. And that repeated and made worse his moral failure from Saturday. Presidents are supposed to rush into these moments and unify Americans, but the president, by bringing that statement and continuing to try to defend himself, was continuing an argument and saying both sides were to blame. He wanted to make sure he was right about the details, but then when he characterized the protesters, he totally overlooked the Nazi slogans and flags and salutes.
John, in the end, what do you make of what happened today in terms of how it will affect the president?
Well, this happens in a context. The president won office and was heralded by many of his supporters by speaking bluntly, by speaking truth, by not bothering with the niceties. And so his reluctance to do that here, to speak the essential truth about the neo-Nazi protesters who were chanting those Nazi slogans, that is a failing that he has now repeated twice. And he had a moment like this during the primaries that rattled Republican leaders. Republican leaders will now have to distance themselves from the president, and the question is how they get back together again.
John Dickerson, thank you very much.